Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Right, I'm guessing we're live. Let's have a look. So, I don't know if we've got anybody watching. All right, turn on the camera. Boom, here I am in the studio. And as you see, I'm using, what's this called? Evmux. It's different, isn't it? I was using StreamYard. I thought I'd try this one out for a change. And seems to be pretty good. You get like, if you don't have a soundboard, you can use this little thing on there. It's got all the different music settings. You've got all different types of stuff. I can have an air horn. There it goes. Okay, got doorbell, got trumpet, got sad trumpet. If it was like a bit earlier, I've just had to reset all of this and download the software again for this because for some reason, I don't know, I went to move this camera and then it lost everything 10 minutes before I'm doing a live stream. Absolute baggage. But yeah, I thought this is kind of a test. So what else we got here? We've got we can have some. Do you fancy some background techno music while I'm talking? Yeah. Background techno music. Sounds a bit crap. Have a look. We're going to put the image back. Oh, me and everybody there. We'll go in. For the charity, keep the helicopters flying. What else we got? I don't want soft hip hop. We've got video game music. Let's have a listen to this. What's this background? Good wet as well, isn't it? We're not that one yet. Let's have a look. Yes, so looks like I'm on my Todd. We'll give it another 5 minutes. And then we'll knock it on the head. But yeah, this is the new studio setup. So, do you like it? I've got the main light on at the minute. Let's turn this on. So this is my, where's my lamp? Where's the light? Where's the light for this? Let's have a look. Ready? Let's turn this on. Boom. It's a bit bright, isn't it? Let's put the light on. There we go. Back in. Let's adjust this. I'll tell you what, if I adjust this camera and it drops out, I won't be happy. Let's zoom out a little bit. I'll zoom back in. See me? Yep, we're back in. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. I'm trialing this out. Let's have a look. It's a bit bright, isn't it? That's better. Let's turn that down a bit. Hope everybody's well. We've all had a good new year. I've got a little bit of a coolant leak going on the Speed Triple at the minute. It's only a little bit, tiny little bit. Got a little tray under it there a minute, and it's and I've got minuscule amount, and it's coming out from the plug on the bottom. Say plug under the nut underneath where the coolant pump is. So I'm guessing I just need to tighten that out. Rest of the parts all good. They're all sitting in my garage at the minute. The only problem I got is I need to. I've got power going to the garage, so I need to work out what to do with that. The garage is the other side of the street across the house, so I can't run an extension cable out. I could bring the bikes over to the house and charge them up, or what I'm probably looking at doing is see like the generators you can get, little generators. I might have to go and buy one of them, so that might be an option. So we'll see, and then we can charge the bikes up that way. But at the minute, they're enjoying being in their new home. Ugh. Oh, hello, who we got? Oh, it's Two Wheeled Willie. How you going? How are you, mate? So I've been watching your videos, especially the Superbike ones, and your little run-in with the CEO. What was all that about? I mean, I've done videos on them before, and by all the comments that you had in your on your videos, I think the majority of them, when it were negative, and my experience, it's been it's probably been about 70-30 with a negative with them. So I did my video. I bought, what did I buy? My silver Aprilia RSV 1000 with them, and yeah, that was all went well. I think I got that from the Macclesfield one, and that was all good until about a year later. I was doing some work on it with my mate Dave, and I had like a carbon fibre cover on the swing arm, on the right hand side of the swing arm, and I thought it was just there for. I didn't check when I went to check the bike over or anything, and then we just removed that, and there was a gash in the swing arm, which it wasn't too bad. It wasn't like it was going to weaken the swing arm or anything, but it was had a gash in it, which was a bit annoying. So yeah, I found that out, and also I took the bike up to who's the Aprilia experts? There's the Aprilia guys up north as well. And I went there with my mate. He was getting his V4 serviced, and he had a look over it for me, and he reckoned that it was because he's like the expert on them, and he reckoned it was the bike itself was a Canadian import. Because the way the registration was and the version that I had, it didn't match up. So he reckons it was an import, but he said the rest of it was fine. He said the bike was cool. He looked it over for me, but he just said it was strange. The number on the engine said that it was Canadian. So yeah, so there was that, and then obviously I bought the Royal Enfield off of them a couple of years later, and if you've seen the video with that, I riding that home. I think I got all the way to. So I bought that up north. I think that was Leeds. I got back to. It was near. It was in Lincolnshire. Stopped to pick up fuel, and yeah, some of the bolts had started to make their way. What's this? The recording will stop due to free plan limitation. You can continue your broadcast. Just notice that the rest of the broadcast will not be recorded. Oh, right, well, cheers for that. That's a little Eve map. I keep wanting to say Eve map. Eve Mux. So I'm on the basic plans. I'm not paying anything. So just a little thing there to say that it's not going to get recorded, the actual live stream. So that's not a problem. But I'm still I'm looking on here, and I am still on here. We've got a third person. Hello, third person, whoever you are. So yeah. So there was that. Let me know where you're from, third person. But who we got? What's Two Bill Willie saying? Let's have a look. I'm good, thanks, bud. The majority of the comments about Superbike Factory were not negative. These issues was that my opinion was based on other people's experiences and not mine. Yeah, they've definitely got a problem if they're getting that many negative reviews. I understand they sell a lot of bikes, but they yeah, I think it's like was it We Buy Any Bike they get the bikes from? I think they're just getting them in. So when you look at they're getting them in and they're turning them around. So when they're taking the photos and that, they're not prepping the bikes. The bikes, when you look at the photos, they're pretty minging. Some of the photos, they haven't cleaned the bikes, haven't done anything with them. It's quite shocking, really. Because I was looking at bikes, it was just shortly after I had my accident. So I was still in hospital. I was in Addenbrooke's, and I was looking up. What was I looking for? I was looking for Fireblades, 1000cc CBR 1000 Fireblades, and ZX10s. So I was sitting in. That was what I was doing while I was recovering in hospital with my broken arms. And yeah, I was looking. Oh, what am I going to get for my next bike? Even though I nearly died in a car crash. But Sean Carter. How you doing, Sean? So yeah, so that's what I was doing. So yeah, they're yeah. What's I saying? I lost track there. Yeah, Superbike Factory, wasn't it? we're still talking about them clowns. Yeah, I understand they're selling a lot of bikes, but yeah, they're not prepping them properly, I don't think. And the service is a bit strange as well when they're trying to get you to obviously take out. There's different deals that they do, trying to get you to take out their finance deals. What else was there? There was when they're prepping the bikes as well. You have to pay extra on that. And I saw your video too, Will Willie, on that. Um, with what they were saying about that, what you're paying. So you get the price for the bike, and then obviously then you've got all these other like admin fees and else that you put on top. When I bought my Royal Enfield, they actually waived those, so I wasn't having to pay the admin fee, which was pretty good. So, but yeah, you don't expect all of that, and you expect them at least to do a check of the bike. Like I said, when I got the Royal Enfield, I got halfway home, and the nuts on the exhaust shield had started to fall off. And then I had later on was whoever did the work. I don't think this was Superbike Factory because this was a few months later. Yeah, 179 admin fee. Yeah, absolutely shocking, isn't it, mate? You don't expect that, do you? Not when you're paying out already. It's like, what's the admin? Shocking, isn't it? Rip off. So, yeah, I had Colchester Kawasaki. I took they sold Royal Enfields. They've gone bust now. And I can see why, because I took my Classic 500 in there for a nuts and bolts check after having that incident with the loose nuts and stuff. And then the bike was running okay for about 2-3 weeks, and then fuel leak. Riding home from Bury back to Essex, and yeah, I managed to get a fuel leak, and then eventually I got the AA guy out, and together we loosened off the petrol tank, took the seat off, put the petrol tank up, and underneath, because it had to be this. I went and saw the guys up in Cambridge, and they said check under there because it sounds like you've got a kink in the fuel line. So we did that, opened up the lift up the tank, and yeah, lo and behold, there was a kink. But you just can't write this stuff. Put it all back down, and the AA guy snapped the fuel pump, didn't he? The fuel lead. So they went and broke the fuel pump. So I had all the aggravation of trying to get a new fuel pump for a Royal Enfield Classic 500, which are absolutely a nightmare. And I'll tell you who sorted me out for that was the guys up at Cambridge, and they sorted me out with just the bottom part, and all they charged me was a tenner for it. He sorted me out. He done a really good job on that. Yeah, outrageous. Yeah, £179 admin fee for that. What's all that about? It's absolutely shocking. But yeah, I mean, I've got the free bikes at the minute, which is a bit overkill, really. I bought the Speed Triple shortly after the crash. So I came out of hospital around about Christmas time, 2022. 2023, yeah, I saw that, the Gen 1 Speed Triple. And that was a guy from Colchester, and he used to collect bikes, like first generation bikes, and do them up. So that's where I got that from. So, because I had to get that because I had a KLV 1000 and a big adventure bike, but due to my injuries, I can't. It was too heavy for me. It's still a bit sketchy now having a heavy bike like that. So I bought that, sold the KLV, the money from that, bought the Speed Triple, and then about a year later, that's when I bought the Royal Enfield because everybody was getting in the Royal Enfields, and that is a giggle. It's just such a laugh riding that 60 miles an hour everywhere. It's like a little 125, isn't it, power? And it's just a laugh. You don't have to go mad with all the protective gear. Just throw it on and off you go. And then I still fancied the ZX10s. That's why I bought the ZX10, which was probably a bad idea. So I think at some point I'm going to need to thin out a couple of the bikes, I think, and maybe just go down to two. First world problems, eh? So, and do you know what? The insurance on the bikes is ridiculous. It's cheaper than my car. Having the three bikes insured, fully comp, and to carry to place of work as well, and to have a pillion on the back. I thought that would cost me a bit more, and it's mental. It's cheaper. I think I'm paying £300 a year for all three bikes because you can only ride one at a time, can't you? Absolutely bonkers. What's too good? What he said. If they sell 20,000 bikes a year, then they're earning over 3.5 million a year. 3.5 million a year. It makes me wonder: are they actually selling 20,000 bikes a year? They say they're selling to. They do fly out. I know when I was looking online, and because I was like picking a couple of bikes, there was a couple of Royal Enfields I was looking at, and same when I was looking at the Fireblades, and they were going out. You're right; they were going out the door quite quickly. Because if you didn't, within a week, they were like, boom, sold. So it's interesting to see because no one's buying brand new bikes, which is everyone's buying used because new bikes, unless you're buying, you've got a Ferrari, yeah, I've not got a Ferrari. Do you know, imagine owning a Ferrari. I've just been looking at it. Side note, I've just been looking at the Porsches and the problems that they're having, like the Porsche Cayman, and I think it's the 965 or the 911 second generation with the cylinders, but whatever coating they're using in the engine, the cylinders, they're failing. So I was watching one guy who had bought a Porsche Cayman for like 20 odd thousand, and he was saying how much he's paid every year and the amount of problems he had with Porsches. It's just like absolute rip off. Now I've got BMW, I've got Black Man's Willie. But yeah, what was I saying? I was trying now. That totally derailed me, didn't it? Yeah, they were. The bikes were flying out. I was looking at bikes and they were just like, yeah, if you didn't get them, if you didn't put a deposit down on them, they were gone. So maybe they are. But like we said, yeah, new bike prices are just absolutely ridiculous. But like, if you're talking big sports bikes, the 1,000 cc's, aren't you? Which is kind of like making a comeback. And then you've got everyone seems to be going adventure bikes, isn't it? About 10 years ago, everyone was going cruisers, buying cruiser bikes. And now, all switching over to adventure bikes. I've done the adventure bike thing. They're great, but more of a utilitarian bike, innit? It was great for riding and everything, but it didn't give me... It's a different type of wow factor. So I probably wouldn't get another adventure bike, I don't think. I'm more of a tart. I quite like the sporty bikes, if you know what I mean, or bikes that look pretty decent. Nakeds. I'll tell you what I've been looking at is BMW S1000Rs, the naked ones. So, what's your view on Chinese bikes? Not too sure. I've not had one, so I can't comment. I've been looking at the CF Moto, and they've got that new big sporty one coming out, haven't they? From what I've seen with the cars, with like the Jaguars and stuff, and the MGs that are MGs in it, the build quality and everything on them, and there's some proper sketchy and parts a bit sketchy with those, but I don't know. I did a video on the Triumph Daytona. I went and test rode one of them. It was when it just come out, new Daytona 600. Is it 600? Yeah, like that. Anyway, and I think that they must get. I think some of their parts come from China, and the foot peg snapped on that, sheared off while I was riding it on the test ride, and. Yeah, I don't know. I remember Mercedes when they were getting their steel from China back in the noughties. Pardon me. And they had like massive rust problems. Yeah, see, CF Moto, who did they buy out? They bought out one of the Italian companies, didn't they? And then is it Benelli? And then and that's why they've kind of upped their game. And the prices of them, you can't argue with the prices, can you? But the trouble is, China, they're subsidised, aren't they, by their government? So that's how they're able to do what they're doing. Same with the electric cars. So if you look about the issues that they're having in China, they've got like whole lots of cars that they just can't sell. And same for Australia as well, where they've got all they're just producing electric cars, and they can't sell them. And they've also had a problem with the electric scooters, not like the little scooters, like motorbike scooters that Uber drive. And they've had to recall them. The government were going around collecting them because they kept bursting into flames. So, yeah, CF Moto got some nice looking bikes, and they got them there, like you said, and the prices, you can't argue with the prices. I mean, you're talking, was it £6,000-7,000 for some of the bikes, which is just absolutely ridiculous for a brand new bike. It's like second hand prices, isn't it? And especially when you're looking at the big four Japanese in it, where they're asking, you're looking what? 18,000 upwards. It's like that new. I just saw Lamb Chops Rise, didn't he? He was on this the new Speed Triple and like the limited edition one. I'm guessing try and give him that because they can't sell them, can they? So he's just done a video on that. But and again, I'm guessing some of the parts on that are probably made out in China or Thailand or wherever it is. Same with Harley Davidson, isn't it? They get other countries to build it because it's cheaper. But I don't know. The only CF motor one I kind of like was that, yeah, the new big sporty one. If they do produce that, I think it's a triple. I think it might be a triple that they're going to bring out. I'll tell you what, one is a Bender. Anybody will fancy a Bender. Bender looks pretty good. I might have a Bender motorcycle just to say that I'm riding a Bender. But let me know if anyone wants to buy a Bender. But yeah, you get a Bender. Oh yeah, you get a Bender. If you get a Bender, I'll get a Bender, and then yeah, we can do what do you call it? Reviews on them. I'm gonna review my Bender. It's just in it. You could make some amazing thumbnails with that. Riding your Bender, two up on my Bender. Oh, it's absolute carnage. Yeah, they don't look too. Seriously though, they don't look too bad either, and the prices again are not too bad. Are they electric as well? I can't remember if they're electric or not. I saw them on the the EICMA bike show. So yeah, I don't know if are they electric. I'm not too sure. I've tried a couple of electric bikes, and they were quite a good. We'll be Bender buddies. Yeah, we will be, won't we? I saw that comment on that geezer that didn't like you having a vape. I was going to have a cigar while I was sat here. I've got a cigar downstairs, and yeah, that guy didn't he? He got a bit upset and unsubscribed for you smoking a vape. What's all that about? Was he worried about like getting secondary? There's some absolute clowns out there. There's some proper weirdos. There really is. Inline four. Oh yeah, inline. Oh, they're inline fours. Oh right. Oh, that's what I thought. I wasn't too sure if it was electric or not. Yeah, I might get the, I might have another look after this stream actually. Benders, I think that might be an option. Get a Bender, sell a couple of bikes, and get myself a Bender. So, light up, Jim. Yeah, light up the cigar. Yeah, I've got it downstairs at the minute. I was going to smoke. It's really nice. I normally get it's a shop in town in Bury. And I get they're normally called Acid cigars. They're for bikers. They're an American brand, but I think what with the issues that's going on in America at the minute, you know, with South America, I think that's stalling the supply at the minute. But they're like flavoured ones. They're really nice. They're not full on massive cigars. What they call it, it's like a in between. But they do another brand, and I've just got that, and they're amazing to smoke. They taste great. They're absolutely marvellous. So yeah, I think I'm going to end that stream there because yeah, this is just kind of a test. I just wanted to see how this works. Acid cigars, yeah, they're not acid as in drugs, but that's the name of the brand. Really nice they are. I can't get hold of them at the minute. The supply's dried up, but I can get their other make, and they're like £5 a pop because they're only. Can't remember the name of it. They're not the full-on ones. I normally get Cohibas and stuff, so these ones are about that big. They're not quite, like Cafe Cremes. They're probably about 3 times the size of a Cafe Creme. But yeah, they're amazing. They taste amazing, and they smell great as well. When I was smoking one of the acid ones, I was outside a cafe once, and I had a couple of people stop me. A couple of those were ladies, and they were like, "Oh, asking what type of cigars were," because they said they smell absolutely amazeballs. So yes, I'm going to end that there because yeah, everything seems to be working fine. So this is kind of a test run, and my battery's about to die. So I've got the red flashing light. So I'll say bye now, and I'll see you guys. I'll see you later, Two Wheel Willie. Let me know if you get the Bender. I'll see you guys later.